The first step to solving a Rubik's Cube is to take our cube here with the yellow center up, and we need to create what's called the daisy, which will look like this. So as you can see, we have the yellow center, just as we have facing up, and we need to find all of the white centers and spin them all to the top. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I see here, or first thing I would recommend doing, is just kind of look around your cube and see where all of your centers are. This would be one of the centers that we're trying to bring to the top. Here's another one. Looks like we have another one here. And then we have another one here. So again, you always want to keep your yellow center to the top. And we are just going to twist the cube. And that's what we're looking for. So I have one white petal for the daisy. And now I look around. Here's a center, a white center. So it looks like I can bring that up. So now I have two. And then I just spin my cube. Okay, here's one. All right, now watch what happens here. If I spin this one up, I can put this one into place, but I'm actually getting rid of the one that I just solved for. So if that's something that can happen, here is how you handle that. We take the top layer and we spin it. So now our petals are on the side, and I can bring my white piece right up. And this is something where we might have to spin the top, and you kind of figure this out and learn this, how to do this better and better as we go. But the final piece usually is the trickiest, such as this one. So I need this one to be white, and then I'm solved. I can see down here, I have my white center. So my first try is, I spin it again, and I'm almost there, but my white petal is on the wrong side. So what I need to do is, we need to put it on the side so I can just turn this up. But again, like what happened before, I'm losing the petal that I already had solved for. So what I need to do is spin the top. So now I have a spot for my last white petal, and I turn it up. So now I have what we're looking for, which is called the daisy. Our next mission is to take our white daisy and turn it into what we call the white cross, or thinking of math, it looks like a white plus sign. Okay, so let me explain this step. So what we are looking for, we need to look at the side petal, the side of the white petal. See how this is red? Now this one started off pretty nicely here. We have the side of the white petal needs to match with the centerpiece. Okay, and then what we need to do is, we need to turn that down to the bottom. So it's two turns. So watch, I'm taking here, I'll come towards you so you can see it a little better. 1, 2. So now my white is on the bottom here. Okay, so now I go to my next petal. Now we have green, but this one's blue. So I have to spin my cube. No, there we go. My side petal matches up with my center. Then I do the same thing. I spin it towards you once, twice. Now it's on the bottom. Okay, we move to the next petal. I'm dealing with blue. I spin it once. There is the blue center. Again, turn it once, turn it twice. There you go. And sometimes this happens. It's already lined up. We have our orange with our orange. And you guessed it, spin it back down to the bottom. So this is our white cross. And another important thing to be able to solve it, you have to make sure that the side matches up with the center. And the red goes with the red, the green with the green, and the orange with the orange. Okay, and after we get our white cross, this is where the cubing begins, and we start to learn some moves. Okay, And a couple different things can happen. If you look here, when you do your white cross, sometimes what happens, now we're going to focus here on these corners. All right, and you can see these corners have three colors. We have a green, we have the orange, we have the yellow. Over here we have green, red, and yellow. We have the red, blue, and yellow. And then our final corner, we have blue, orange, and yellow. Okay, our goal is we need to get all of these corners to be white. All right, which may look like this. Okay, so some would say, yes, you got it, I'm done. Okay, but now if we look a little pickier, let me explain the second part of our corners. Your corner has to match your two center colors. And you can see here, we have orange and green, but we have the red and green corner. So though the white side is solved, this is not the proper corner that goes between the orange and green. We need the orange, green, and white corner here. And if you look at my next corner, it's the green and the red. So I need actually this corner to be here. And you can see my corners, even though they're white, they are not where they need to be. This should be between the blue and the orange. Instead, it's between the green and the red. Here we have red and blue. You can see there's the green and the orange. And the final corner, here's blue and orange, and I have the red and blue corners there. Or sometimes you may get a combo of, I have some white corners down here already. I have two, but they're not on the bottom. And you can see they don't look like they're at the right spot because they're not the correct color. I need to put the red and blue corner here. I need to put the orange and blue corner here. So our next step, I have my white cross. I'm going to turn that down to the bottom. That's the easiest way for me to do this. This is how I learned, so that's why I'm recommending it to you. Technically, you can hold your cube any way you want, but then the moves will change to get it to where we need to be. So right now, I'm going to look at this corner. This corner is white, blue, and red. So this piece, I know I need to put it between the red and the blue centers. I'm at the red and the green, so I'm just going to push it over one. And now I have, you can see the blue and the red center, okay? I'm going to teach you, once you have it above where we need it, I'm going to show you how to move it from the top down to this bottom position. This is what they call the right hand move. This is probably the main move and the most basic move. It's the first one you'll learn. The technical way to solve a cube, they use letters, and I find them to be a little confusing, so I will use kind of how I taught myself first, and then eventually you can use the letters. So what we're going to do is you want to put your thumb kind of right here to hold those still, and we leave our pointer finger free to help us. And then my right hand, I'm going to grab the top. So what we're going to do is we are going to turn away. I call it right finger, turn it towards you, one turn. Move it back towards you, left turn. Now the cube dropped, but the white's not at the correct spot, so we do it again. We go away, right finger, towards left finger. Now it's up top, but the white changed its place. Keep doing it. Away, right finger, towards you, left finger. Away, right finger, towards left finger. Away, right finger. Now you can see how they lined up. That's good. That's exactly what we wanted. So now when you turn it towards you, it moves it to the bottom. And we finish with our left finger move. And if you look, we just put the corner that we needed exactly where it needed to go. Pretty sweet. Now what I like to do is I just look for the next corner. This has the white and the orange and the green. So I need to find, here's my orange side, there's my green side. Looks like we get to do the exact same thing again. So put your thumb to hold those bottom two. Keep your left pointer finger available to help you out. And we're doing that right hand move again. So it goes away, right finger, towards left finger. Away, right finger, towards left finger. Now, depending where your white face, this piece was positioned, whether it be on the side, in the front, or the top, will determine. Sometimes you only have to do this move once and it's solved. Or could be 3 times, it could be as many as 5 times. If you're doing it more than 5 times, you might have missed it when you put it where we needed it, or you possibly messed up your right hand move. So if you mess it up or you miss it, just make sure it's positioned between your 2 center colors here. We have the green and the orange. We have the white up top, and we just keep going. Away, right finger, back towards you, left finger. Now it's down here. Away, right finger, towards you, left finger. If you remember, once it's on the side here, we'll be good. Away, right finger, that's what we're looking for. Towards you moves it down, and we do our left finger move, and now we have 2 corners solved, and notice it matches the centers. Okay, here's one. We have the orange and the blue and the white. So we spin that. Nope, this is green and orange. Now we have orange and blue. And here's orange and blue. And this is my favorite one, and you'll see why in a second. When we do our right hand move on this one, when it's on the side, we go away. We do right finger. Look at that. Towards you, left finger. I told you sometimes you can solve it quickly. There you go. 1 right hand move. And our last one, we need to get our white side here, so we need to find it. There it is. We spin it. Okay. We have our red and we have our green. Now, what we could do, like I've been showing you, we're going to hold this in our right side, and do you see how this white side is facing you? Okay, I learned this trick just recently here. When that's the case, if you're up to 1, you could just do away, right finger, back towards you, left finger, and just keep doing that, or I'll show you a shortcut. If you spin the cube to your left hand, okay, here's my white side. I'm going to put this on the side. Watch this. It's magic. I'm just going to hold my thumb like I did with the other side, and I'm going to go away, left finger, towards, see that? Solved my white, right finger. And now I have officially my centers and my bottom, the centers and the bottom, the center and the bottom, and the center and the bottom. I have solved what we call the first layer of the cube. Now, what do you do if all of your white, this is the one that appeared to be solved, but once you look at that bottom row, we realize it is not solved. Okay, so what do you do if your white piece is already in the bottom and you need to get it to the top? How can we do this? So it's quite simple. You just hold your cube, okay, think of the right hand move, just turn it up, so turn it away from you, right finger kicks it out, see now it's up top, and then I can go back towards you. So 1 right hand move now brings it to the top. Now my white is up top, so I can put it where it needs to go. So what I would do from here personally is I would just go through and solve, and that would bring my incorrect white corners up, and then or some of you may want to just bring all of them up at the same time. Do the same thing again. I'm going to get rid of this, so I'm going to do the right hand move. I'll go away, right finger, back towards you, left finger, and you can see that now it's up top. Same thing here. I can go away, right finger, back towards you, left finger. Now that one's up top. And I have one last one here. Now I have to be careful. Away, right finger, towards left finger, so notice what I did. I just stuck another white corner piece down, and it's not at the right spot. This is red and green. So what I could do is spin my cube until I make sure I don't have a white piece on this corner, and now I'm going to trade it out with the right hand move. I'll go away from me, right finger, back towards left finger.